about Sting, but we could definitely talk about how Marvel had a pretty damn good week last week and Spin was Comics.
Yeah, Spin with Comics. This is the pre-show where we talk about what we're going to do on the show. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm actually sharing it out now to all the fancy groups and things. So, spinwithcomics.com, also on iOS and Android, but don't take my word. Yeah, man, free comics. Basically, that's all you need to know. There's a shit ton of creators, a shit ton of free books. It's a shit ton of awesome. I'm not sure why you're still here. You're hitting
you should be hitting that up already.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hitting them up and going and doing that thing. So
doing that thing.
Why listen to us talk about comics when you could be reading?
You could just read it.
You could just read them
for free.
For free, exactly. Faux free. So yeah, we were talking about wrestling because Sting is back.
Apparently.
Sting
he
is
came
back.
out with a walker. Remember when he used to come out with a baseball bat? Now he comes out with a cane.
He came with his baseball bat. Yeah.
Are you sure it was a cane? It wasn't a cane. It wasn't a cane.
No, it could be. It could double.
It could be.
Both.
Tell us, Jules. You know what? We hear about all the great comics you're reading. We'll talk about it on the show. What else do you have going on worth mentioning? Anything?
Other than doing podcasts with you guys?
Go to hell. You got nothing. You're terrible at this.
I got nothing.
You're terrible at this.
What am I supposed to be saying? What do you want me to put over? What do you want me to put over?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, right. Top five.
Top five
ladies
night.
and gentlemen.
The boys are going to be here, even though I guess they don't stream on Facebook on the Outright Geekery page anymore.
I didn't know that.
They do. I think Leroy hit the wrong button. Anyway,
I was gonna say I couldn't find it today. I just assumed they didn't.
It's on their Facebook page and it is on their YouTube page. I didn't watch it either. I watched a movie. I watched a movie with my kid while I worked. We watched Clash of the Titans, followed by Wrath of the Titans.
Oh, did you watch
the new Clash?
The new one.
Okay.
I tried. After we watched the first one, I tried to get him to go back to watch that piece of shit.
Oh, the claymation though.
The Harryhausen, baby.
It's his last movie.
Harryhausen.
It's his last movie. It's not a great movie, but all the effects are awesome.
Awesome.
Burgess Meredith is in it. I mean, the cast in that movie is awesome.
Amazing.
Excellent. And you know what? I kind of dig the movie. It was one of those old Saturday things where, I'm playing toys and now Titans is coming on. Hell
yeah. Get to watch
you know what? I'm going to say this. It deserves to be in the Geekterion collection.
Oh, man. You're right. You're right.
The original definitely does.
We will have to talk about the original Wrath of the Titans, but dude, he would not go back. And I forgot all about this in the remake, and it is a remake. It's not a reboot. It's not a redo. Yeah. It's almost a shot for shot.
Oh yeah, it's a remake.
A lot more CG. That's it.
It's one of the better ones. It's a good remake.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know. They skip a lot of stuff in the remake.
Well, they should have
because in the original movie, it takes him an hour before he even meets the girl.
Some of that stuff was just to put a spotlight on the acting, which is a thing they did, back.
That is the thing they did back in the day.
The difference is.
Because I'm rewatching a bunch of the old Hammer horror movies, and all of those are just old British actors standing in a room talking to each other, and it's great.
I tried to get him to go back. Do you remember they have the joke that he pulls out the owl?
Oh yes,
remember in the new one?
The owl, yes.
You don't need that.
So dumb.
Well, that's different.
Dumb.
The original is an actual movie, and the remake is an action movie. One requires lots of acting and dialogue and character development. The other one's just a lot of fun action things.
The second one's cool too.
Oh yeah, the Wrath was actually better.
I mean,
I think so too. It had
cool action scenes, but it's like watching boss fights in a video game, not really watching a movie.
Sure.
Yeah, but you know what? At that point, that's kind of what it's supposed to be.
But I know, that's what it is.
My kid liked it because God of War.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if you like
God of War, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Or what was that other game that I used to love? Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah,
Shadow of the Colossus. That's
Shadow
a great game.
A little bit of that.
Great game. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there.
Well, Shadow of the Colossus is a fucking classic. They remade it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or remastered or whatever it is they do.
Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are one halves of the greatest Zelda game you've ever played.
You ever play The Last Guardian?
Yes, I have.
That's a good game too.
It's a good game too.
Okay, so comics last week, Jules, highlights. Since you don't do the Sunday show, which we do here every Sunday, news and reviews.
I was going to say, I was curious how you guys felt about Null.
Black.
What did you think? I thought it was good. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
amazing.
I think it was.
I think it's what you expect out of a big event, Marvel event book. You know,
absolutely.
Absolutely. I think it's a perfect example of a Marvel.
Great art, a lot of great dialogue, best use of characters in a while.
Very accessible.
Very accessible. If you're not keeping up with anything,
all you got to know is that this big bad is coming, and here he is.
Yes.
I mean, you may have to know a little bit about Dylan, but Eddie sort of fills you in, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, still, all you need to know is he's Brock's son,
and he's a symbiote badass.
Yes, I liked it a lot. It reminded me a lot of Infinity Gauntlet, in that if you'd never read Marvel before, Infinity Gauntlet was an easy way to learn all of the characters at once. How grandiose the universe is.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't really introduce all the characters.
No, you didn't need to introduce all the characters. If you know anything about Marvel now, you know pretty much everybody involved, except for.
And it's just Null. Null doesn't have any bitches with names. It's just Null.
Not that we know. It's just Null. He's just that fucking intense. But you know, Thanos was that fucking intense. Originally,
Thanos had bad guys. Had a whole gang.
Yeah. He had a whole the Black Order. You know.
But that's why I said Infinity Gauntlet. And Infinity
Gauntlet,
not Infinity. Infinity Gauntlet. It's just Thanos, just being fucking terrifying.
Did you read The Union #1?
I did.
What a turd! Oh my god,
man!
Characters are awesome. The concept is there's a team from the UK. It's a 4-member team, and each person is from a different country in the United Kingdom.
That's a cool idea.
It's a really cool idea.
It sucked.
Here's what I'm going to say about the Union.
The guy from Ireland is called Snakes, which is so dope, and I need to know more about him. The only reason I may read this more. But
I'm going to read it. I'm going to keep reading it for this exact reason. It reminded me of, for those who read Ultimate Universe stuff, there was a lot of side books that had lots of great ideas and never fucking went anywhere.
Yes.
But eventually some of those characters got woven into the main stories and thrived from that. Brian K. Vaughan did that in his X-Men run. Took a lot of those side characters and shoved them in that book and made it worthwhile.
True.
What I'm going to say is all of the characters are way more interesting than the book deserves to be.
Yeah.
All interesting characters. They have interesting backgrounds. There's a lot I want to know more about.
They're throwing in Union Jack. He's just there.
Who's the
other Joker who hung out? There was another person. A sixth person.
Yes.
Union Jack was the only character I knew out of that team.
The other 4 are all new.
Oh, they're all brand new. They were all made for that book.
New.
They were all made for that book.
Yeah.
And
which is cool. And one of them got murdered.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the cliffhanger. Noel killed her. Noel killed her. She'll be back.
She'll be back.
She's on the cover of issue 2, so unless it's just a big,
It could now. Marvel has done that though.
Remember the Order?
Yes. I was just gonna say that. Remember the Order, and the solicits showed you characters that were dead for issues on cover. So,
dude, the Order was a dope book. It was right after Civil War.
Initiative. It was part of the initiative.
The 50 state initiative. It was the California team.
I loved.
And they were supposed to be like the crown jewel of the 50 state initiative. So every issue, someone either got killed or got booted off the team.
Yep.
By issue 5, it was like only 2 members of the original team. It was so rad, man. Was that Matt Fraction doing that?
That was Matt Fraction, top of his game.
Oh, it got canceled.
It did. It got canceled.
It's like the Sword book. Remember the first Sword book?
Oh, I love the first Sword book.
Good. Remember Abigail Brandon, Beast getting it on?
That was a good time.
Lockheed hanging out and kicking it.
Yes,
oh my God, it was
best
so
spin-off
good.
From Joss Whedon's X-Men run was the Sword book.
Yes.
Yes, that was actually a spin-off.
They did some good things with what's her name? That robot.
Yes. Oh, her in X Factor. Danger.
Yeah, Danger.
Danger. I don't know. I haven't seen her since she was in
I haven't seen her since X Factor. Yeah, it's been a while.
You read Hellions. They murdered a damn AI in that just for shits and giggles.
She would be perfect for Hellions.
I read that book and thought that Danger should be showing up any day now.
I bet Hickman hates that character.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
He's
made some really cool robots in his day.
That's probably why he hates
and
that
he's
character.
like, that's a lame robot, y'all.
Yeah. But it's not.
But he can make her a cool robot if he
can
wants.
make her really cool.
He can make her cool.
And to be fair, Peter David made her really cool in that X Factor book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been the pre-show where we talk about what we're going to do on the show. It's the preview show, so I mean, we're going to talk about the books coming out. But it's all been brought to you by SpinWizComics.com. Search them out on the web, iOS, and Android. It's literally free comics, y'all. Why are you here? Go do. Let's start the dance.
Do this, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Surprised we don't get the whole show taken down for this. That's how I feel about the show. I'm sure all of our listeners.
Every now and then.
That's how I feel about Mondays.
Dude, I had
in general.
I'm just glad it's done. I'm glad it's done. I wish I could drink. I wish I could have some
You can't scotch on Monday?
I gotta go leave my house after my old lady. Maybe in an hour or two. Greetings, geeks! Welcome back. Another episode of this Geek in Comics Outright Geekeries comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
I am your co-host Gomer. With me, as always, for the Monday night previews, Adam Normal, Jules True to True One. How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going all right, man. Can't complain.
You know
I can't complain. I already did, but
yeah, I already bitched in the pre-show. So,
fair.
it's here. Okay, this is the show where we talk about all the books coming out this week. A very exciting week, very big week, all around. All around. Last week, Marvel and DC was awesome, but everybody else sucked, except for that Texas Blood, which
that Texas Blood was awesome.
Yeah, that book was
so good.
It's stupid how good that
How
book
about
is.
Black Widow? Did you read Black Widow last week?
I did.
Oh,
I did. I can't believe that.
Gosh.
We haven't even talked about Daredevil.
Oh my gosh!
That was easily the two best books last week. Easily.
Those were really good.
I was so shocked that those two books. Daredevil, I'm not ever shocked that it's one of the best books going on right now.
Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto. You can't go wrong with those two guys.
And I'm just going to point out, I continually compare it to the Brubaker run just because now we can say definitively Matt is in jail and someone else is Daredevil. That is the key parts of Brubaker's run, and that's happening right now.
What book is the first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil? Daredevil 25 or King in Black #1?
Oh, that's a good point.
Moving on.
That's a good point.
The key words on this show, as always, if you see something, say something. If you're in a chat, and I don't think there's actually anybody in the chat, but if you're hanging out, let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll scroll back up and take a peek. But UCS distributors, I don't even know how much longer I'm going to be able to use this site.
Yeah,
that's
right. They're switching over, right? What are they switching?
All to Moon or whatever the other one is. So yeah, we're gonna keep on scrolling down. American Vampire, you guys are really into that. I am not.
Yeah, it's a good book.
It's a good book. It's not bad. It's not great.
Yeah, it's just okay. Yeah.
Why is this coming out today? Didn't this come out last week?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's a weird place. Here we go. Black and White #1. Batman Black and White. Not really my cup of tea, man.
Nah, yeah. I probably.
It's just
Let's see who's doing the work on it, because it says various and various.
I know. Let's see.
So we have no idea.
Well, it looks like Greg
and
Capullo,
Trad.
yeah.
Ooh, Trad Moore though on the Batman.
Oh, Trad Moore, yeah.
I love Trad Moore. J.H.
Williams
third.
Yeah.
Emma Rios. That's a good one. Paul Dini and Adam Kubert.
For an art book, it looks like it's going to be a really good art book. Yeah. So if that's your thing.
Smallwood?
Yeah.
Wow.
He works great with Black and White too.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, I might change my mind on that one. There's like nice art teams.
Nice art team.
Ooh, J.H. Williams.
Oh, that cover.
Oh my. The pearls dropping.
That's awesome.
Always gotta have pearls.
Always gotta have
the pearls.
Mama's pearls.
Peach Momoko variant somehow, and the blank variant, which
I
love the blank variants. Here we go. There's a couple of death metal books. Not really. It's more Dark Universe.
Yeah.
This one's death metal.
This one is definitely
death metal.
Death metal. Last Stories of the DC Universe. I don't know. I'm kind of burned out. $9.
I'm kind of burned out on them, and this one's $9.
$9.
Yeah.
Marvel got a $9 book this week too.
What are some of the creative teams on this thing?
Let's go check it out. Adam's got questions. I got answers.
Yes.
Got Q's. I got A's. Contents. Joshua Williamson, James Tynion, Scott Snyder, Travis Moore doing the title.
Jeff Lemire doing Green Lantern. Wow. You already sold me.
Oh, with Raphael Albuquerque? Are you kidding me?
Yep,
okay.
I'm sold on that.
I'm buying that.
Oh wow.
Oh man, definitely.
With Daniel Sampier and Mariko. Gail Simone doing a Green Arrow and Black Canary book. That's gonna be good.
That's gonna be good. Yeah.
Wow.
Christopher Sabella getting an Aquaman. Christopher Mooneyham. How do I know that name? How do I know Christopher Mooneyham?
Yeah, that name is very familiar.
I don't know. Somebody Google it. Oh, see, Cecil Castellucci with Mirka Andolfo. That should be okay. And Mark Waid and Francis Manipool though.
Oh,
yeah, that art.
Oh,
well, I'm already sold by the Jeff Lemire Green Lantern book.
That's a $9 book.
It is a $9 book, man.
But it's a Green Lantern by Jeff Lemire, dude.
Yeah, that's worth it for me.
I don't know if has he ever written Lanterns?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
either.
The closest he's gotten is Arrow. He does.
Yeah, the only DC stuff he ever did was Justice League Dark and Animal Man.
Oh yeah, that's right, Animal Man.
And he wrote Green Arrow for a very small period of time.
For very small.
And Justice League.
No, he did not. Scott Snyder did, and Charles Soule did.
That's right.
And Justice League Unlimited, right? Wasn't that the name of it?
Oh yeah, he did Unlimited for
he did for a while.
Split second.
He was more like fill-in for that.
No, he started Unlimited.
He started it,
and then
that's right.
But right when he started, it was when he left DC. So
all together, he had that big falling out with them.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a Gary Frank cover for that too.
Ooh.
Just saying. A very merry multiverse. This is their annual holiday book. They always put one out. So. Detective Comics 1023, Tomasi with Walker and Hennessy.
Getting a new writer soon, so that's interesting.
It is. Lee Bermejo still doing these detective covers, man.
Oh, by the way, Chris Mooneyham, 5 Ghosts. It's the 5 Ghosts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's who that is.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that book was really cool. It was really pretty.
Yeah. Flash 767. This is the Endless Winter. Not a fan of the Endless Winter. It felt like
I'm gonna get this anyway, just because I get the Flash.
Sure.
But other than that, yeah, this thing is garbage. I really don't.
And I didn't realize it's Andy Lanning and Ron Mars doing all of the books.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
They took over all of those books for this month, basically.
Yeah.
Well, this is the last month.
Yeah.
And then we have January and February, Future State. Yeah. They're already announcing books for March.
Yeah.
With new creative teams.
Yes. Thank God no more Grant Morrison on Lantern.
Yeah. And the new guy, he has some very strong opinions about Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Which I'm excited for.
Jeff Thorne, he really does not like Hal Jordan.
He's not like Hal Jordan.
It's going to be a John Stewart centric book, which I'm
good
for.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like John. He's not my favorite.
He's not my favorite either. I'm a Kyle guy, but
same. I'm a Kyle guy. But I take
you, Kyle.
I do. You know what? Unpopular opinion. I adore Jessica. And
Jessica's awesome. And Simon.
Awesome.
Simon's awesome too.
I miss Simon. I miss both of them a lot.
She's in Dark or Odyssey.
Yeah,
she was in Odyssey. That book's over with now.
Yeah. But I miss her as being like the Green Lantern. I hate Hal.
I'm not a fan of any of the Green Lanterns except those.
I know.
Another Endless Winter Superman. This is a one.
This is just a one shot, though.
Not
one shot, though. Not a mini.
So there's a crossover that's also an event, and this is a tie-in to the event, which is actually a crossover. Sorry, DC.
No.
You keep losing. You keep losing. Phil Hester doing the art though. That's nice.
That is nice.
That's nice.
Keeping that '90s vibe going.
Yeah,
exactly. I know. Exactly. Ron Mars, Phil Hester,
this Raphael Grassetti cover. Did I not click on it? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, that looks good. That looks cool. Come on now.
Yeah, I halfway think they like maybe wrote and made this event in like the 90s, and they just found it.
And then they just like updated it for today. To add like,
I can't
just change a few things. I mean,
Yeah.
universe hasn't changed, unfortunately, that much since.
Even though they keep trying to.
I know they're just running in circles at this point.
Another Jeff Lemire book.
Oh, I can't wait.
I
for
love
this
Sweet
week.
Tooth, man. Yeah.
Oh man,
Very good. Here's the other one: Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Flashpoint, #1.
I'm not getting that.
Brian Hitch doing all the work on it.
Yeah, the last book that I wrote that Brian Hitch did all the things for sucked. His Justice League run was awful.
Yeah.
No, because he had that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had that book he did for Image, which was like parodying the Justice League and the Avengers.
Oh yeah, that was kind of lame too.
Yeah, it was Galaxy Quest for superheroes, and that's probably his last book that he did the work all the way through for. And it wasn't great; it was just good.
All right, that's it from DC. I want nothing from DC this week.
Yeah,
Jeff Lemire isn't even enough for me to get a $9 book at DC. I'm sorry, it's not.
I'll think about it. I will think about it, but I am not so excited about anything. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff this week, guys.
Image Comics. The first book
crossover.
Crossover.
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
#1 on my list this week. Cannot wait to bust this open. I almost busted it open last night. I got an early copy. Kids Love Change, Part 2. The event continues to unravel as Ellie, Otto, and Ava rise from the ashes of their comic shop to begin their 4-color odyssey to find the truth beyond the dome. If we could, and I think we have to. This is the first page. Brian K. Vaughan, acclaimed Marvel comics writer.
First off, Beyond the Dome, they make that reference right there, and then straight up point out that Brian K. Vaughan gets killed. Nobody else thinks that's hilarious. In this
I got it.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Palatial New York home. What a dig. I love it. But this is even better.
I love it.
14th comic book writer to be found dead in the last 3 weeks. Chip Zdarsky, Scott Snyder, and Robert Kirkman still missing. I'm sorry. Even if Chip Zdarsky was found dead, he would not make this list. They're the other 11 people who passed away, who were murdered.
I'm surprised Robert Kirkman wasn't first.
Sorry, Chip, but that's going to happen.
Let's move. I wept. I wept when I saw that.
It's freaking great, though, dude. It breaks that fourth wall in a meta way. It's just so perfectly. So perfect.
This is the comic book reader's comic book.
Oh, it is. Yeah, definitely.
This is going to be one of those quintessential, like, if you are getting into comic books someday, this is one of those, like, you hand somebody, like, this is where you should start.
I don't know if it's.
I don't know about that, because I feel like it does reward the long time.
It does absolutely
more than it does the new comic book reader.
Oh look, a blank cover for issue #2. That's very rare.
That is so rare.
Very rare. But I wouldn't be surprised if he has a blank cover for every
issue. Yeah.
Just for it to be, a fun thing to do. In my opinion, in the terms of how you're speaking about this book, in my opinion, this is a book that a comic book reader has to come to on their own.
Ooh.
When they're ready to read crossover, they will find crossover.
You
should. That's the way it seems to me.
I can agree with that. Yeah. As someone who's
who the hell knows who Chip Zdarsky is?
I know. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. It is definitely it is a lot of inside baseball.
A lot of inside baseball. All right, here's a new book, a new Image #1. These always, it's usually 50-50. Whether an Image #1 is going to be worth $50 or a third of what you paid for it. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Dan Waters, Casper Weingard, he's worked on a few things. The team behind Limbo and Coffin Bound. I don't know. Dan Waters and Casper Weingard launch a brand new ongoing summer of '94 haunted house walks across California. Inside is Amy, lead singer of a high school punk band who's been missing for weeks. How did she get there? What do these ghosts want? Expect 3-chord songs and big bloody action. That's Power Rangers meets The Shining.
Interesting.
Dude, it sounds so weird.
That does.
That's a very strange premise.
Weird. And the art looks great. Dude.
Oh, yeah, the art looks fantastic. I like that.
The art is just...
Ooh.
We're not getting much, but page 3 right here really sort of, What? Did that house transform? Did the haunted house transform?
It did.
I don't know if this is John Barber. Yeah.
It is Power Rangers meets The Shining, so I guess, giant monster.
Is this Howl's Moving Castle? I mean, what's happening? Dude, it looks dope. I can't wait to read this one, too.
I'm picking it up.
And what a cool title, Homesick Pilots. Yeah. That sounds like a band.
And probably the name of the band. It's
probably
the name of the band.
Postal is getting a one-off, which is weird because it's Levi Fleming and Stephanie Phillips. These are not the creators of the book.
No,
just saying.
It's kind of weird
that they're. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they're spinning off that book. So, moving on to Dark Horse, we wrap up the Alien original screenplay. I don't know anyone reading that except Eli from the Comic Book Bullies.
They're just
you've got to be a
squeezing. Yeah, they're just squeezing the last bit of Alien they can out of it.
This will be the last Alien book released.
They already announced the new one.
Yeah.
They announced the new one today. Yeah. That'll be out. What they say? March, April,
March probably March or April. Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else at Dark Horse you guys see? I see nothing.
And I don't.
I know you're reading this, Jules. But
I am reading that because it's just it's a lot of fun. It's just a more traditional Thor book because Thor is so far from traditional these days.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about comic book history. This is actually a thing that's been going on for a while that Fred Van Lent has done. This is the comic book history of animation. He's done the comic book history of comics. He's done the comic book history of something else. I don't remember. This is like the third one. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. What else we got here? Nice variant cover for that. Kill Lock trade paperback. If you missed out on Kill Lock, you missed out. Go track that.
Yeah, I need to go back and I need to go back and read that.
Oh, it's so good, man. What else? Yeah, Lock and Key still. This is the Lock and Key Sandman crossover.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna really work.
Me neither, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Sandman Universe Lock and Key.
I'm not reading it. Mountainhead number 5.
It is Joe Hill.
It is Joe Hill, so yeah.
It is Joe Hill. Dude, Joe Hill's hit or miss for me a lot. John Lees and Ryan Lee.
It's him doing Lock and Key, so
yeah. And it's Gabriel Hernandez, so it's going to be the same art.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, this book is dope.
Yeah?
That's all I got to say. It's about a kid who gets kidnapped, and he's living with his kidnapper, and the kidnapper sort of teaches the kid that, no, I'm your dad. So when they finally rescue the kid, he's like, no, that's my dad. And then they take him back to his parents, and he's not sure. And we're not sure. Maybe that is his dad. It's wild, dude. It's just really cool. Ryan Lee, the artist on this, has this amazing way of sort of blending in stuff that he wants just the reader to see into everyday things happening on the panel. It's very cool art, man.
I dig it. I'm gonna
check
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah,
Pandemic really fucked that book up, man. Scaring Hood number 2. I was a middle of the road for the first one.
Yeah, the first one was okay. It was a little too Irish for me,
or Irish or whatever.
It was very Irish.
Yeah. TMNT ongoing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm picking that up.
Still cool.
Yeah, picking that up. I'm also picking up Yojimbo and Transformers.
Yeah, picking up Transformers. Yeah.
Yeah, Yojimbo is much better than Transformers. I'm just gonna.
Is this one gonna actually have something to do with the main plot, or is it just gonna be more?
Wasn't the last issue Rise of the Decepticons?
No, the last issue was Wheeljack jerking off.
No, World.
What's going on?
Dude, this book is meandering, to say the least.
Stupid.
Well, it stutters is what it does. It goes really slow, like it's trying to buff, and then it like jumps all of a sudden, and everything happens in one issue, and then you go 4 issues of nothing happening again.
I'm just gonna say this: it's the first run I've ever read in my entire life where I feel like there's absolutely no direction. I'm sure there's
direction. I can see the direction. The direction is just
really
totally executed.
No, man. I mean, dude, Simon Furman's run buries this whole run in a mountain. as far as character work. It's so hard to get through. I feel it feels like a chore every issue.
Dude, Unicron, I feel like I'm almost an expanded universe guy at this point when it comes to Transformers, you know? Because I shit on people all the time. Like, Boba Fett came back, and everyone's like, oh, great, man, they had this. And my comment was actually, finally, something for you to do, Boba.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what do you mean? And they brought up all of this expanded universe stuff, right? And I'm like, dude, none of that happened. He's like, it happened to me. And I'm like, dude, none of that happened.
But you know what? That's how we are as Transformers fans at this point with this current continuity.
That's exactly what I mean, dude. Unicron, everything was going so well before Unicron showed up.
I know, man.
He didn't have to show up. That shit could still be going on.
It could still be going on.
It could still be going on
if he did show up, you know?
The problem is the Hasbroverse. They wrote themselves into circles. They got cocky with the Hasbroverse.
The status quo that we were left with after Unicron, they could have moved forward with that.
Totally. They had no reason to start over.
They were living on Bikini Atoll. Remember, they were living in the irradiated area of the Pacific.
Yeah.
Dude,
so many things they could have done.
Oh, I agree. I agree. They left us with a great premise, and they did nothing with it.
Stupid list. We're back to Marvel. All right, Avengers number 39. Amazing cover. But yeah, Phoenix is showing up.
Yep.
Phoenix has been around for a couple issues.
Yeah,
really.
amazing cover.
I'm told using this to start over some things with the Avengers, which, as we've commented, Jason Aaron kind of really needs to do because his book has been bogged down.
He doesn't need to start over. He just needs to wrap some shit up.
That's what I think they're going to do. Is what I mean. Is that he's going to get everything out, and maybe he'll actually get to do the Avengers book we've been waiting for him to do.
I doubt it.
You never know.
Dude, they're talking about like a rebirth style thing with issue 41.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I'm not reading anything really. Here's that $9, $10 actually. My bad. Zeb Wells is right. Nick Uruhiru is doing the art. He's more of a cartoonist than an actual comic book artist. But this is just a fun little. Hey, remember 2020 and how shitty it was? Here's a comic about it. Haha, fun. Not doing it. Not picking it up. Juggernaut, I am picking that up just because I'm a completionist and there's only 2 issues left. Otherwise, I would drop it. If I wasn't buying all the X shit, I would have dropped it. Marauders number 16. Very excited for this to come out.
Excited for that book.
Look at that, man. White Queen,
that's an awesome cover.
Red King, hanging out on their damn horses, doing their thing. I love it. Let's go kick his ass. Kill that son of a bitch.
Do it.
Man. Spider-Man, finally, JJ and Son.
Yep.
This is it. This is the last issue. It is coming out, and it's been trash.
Good.
I've hated it.
Good. I'm glad I didn't read it then.
You know what? I'm just dying for Olivier Copiel to do something actually worthwhile.
This art's good.
His art's really good. He just needs to be on a good book.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is I'm glad it's over, so he could do art on a better book.
Well, this is Sarah Pichelli.
Is also a great artist who should be working on a better book.
Remember when she started FF and then like 3 issues in, she was just off of it?
Yeah.
Fucking kicking the ball.
I remember her doing an incredible run on Ultimate Spider-Man, which is where I got introduced.
You know the reason I heard why Sarah Pichelli got kicked off of Fantastic Four? Because Dan Slott is late with scripts and she wasn't given enough time to get her work done.
I believe it. I believe
she's
it.
like, yeah, I could do.
Dan Slott's notorious for that shit, man.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why I don't read Dan Slott shit.
Yeah,
really.
She's a badass Italian woman. She does not. She wants to get her shit done. Yes,
Star Wars.
I've read a few interviews with her.
I'm not reading anything Star Wars until the Old Republic or the High Republic.
High Republic.
Yeah.
Strange Academy.
Strange Academy's fun. Yeah.
Another pick of the week for me, man. I love this.
S's are strong this week.
I love this.
Humberto Ramos. You can never go wrong with him.
The first 4 issues of this are going for at least triple cover price because they introduced so many new characters.
There's so many new characters that makes absolute sense.
Yeah. Look at that art, man.
Man.
It's so cool. On this one, it's the inks and the coloring. You know, Humberto Ramos is great. His lines are always amazing. But on this, The reason it pops is because of the
inks and the coloring, which is very reminiscent of his work with Strange previously. So I absolutely adore him getting.
Well, that's Chris Bocciolo, I think.
That is Chris Bocciolo.
It was
Jason Aaron.
On the Jason Aaron. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. That run was sick.
Yeah. It was, dude. When he was all he was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I was the best.
And here it is, a
Sword. I'm definitely excited for this.
I am excited for this. I love
$5, of course. It's extra big.
I am definitely. I don't care.
Oh man,
the team is awesome.
The team is really cool.
Oh man, I'm very stoked about this.
I'm so stoked about this book. You know what? We didn't even talk about
terrible preview. It's more of a first look than a preview.
But I love.
Well, that's
Hickman. We could get back to.
You only get 2 pages or so.
Yeah, you can only get 2 pages. But
no words at all, man.
Yeah,
no, I love it.
Art.
Man, the art is beautiful.
So good.
I was just so happy to get back to what all the X books were doing prior to Ten of Swords.
Right. I'm glad for them to go back to their identity.
Man,
I'm happy Al Ewing is doing an X book.
Yeah,
that's cool too.
I am excited about it.
And it's a space X book.
And it's a space X book. So
Al Ewing does all kinds of weird stuff in space.
And he's doing Guardians right now. So
even though that Guardians book is just okay.
Yeah, it's not good at all. The Donny Cates run before that was actually quite good.
It was actually. Yeah. I really like that Donny Cates run.
Just FYI, just because I always say this, the Dotson, Terry, not Rachel, is doing a cover.
That's cool.
It's got to be Rachel.
That's a really cool color.
Yep, that's good.
It's got to be Rachel doing the colors, right?
Oh, it's definitely Rachel doing the color.
Gosh, it's so good. That's the cover I want.
That is the cover. Look how cool everybody looks.
There's a lot of cool covers from this. There's a Lou Pacino cover.
Oh, that's a really cool cover.
Yeah, with the wow.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Fun. That's fun.
Also, there's a Venom 31. That's the King in Black time.
King in Black.
Oh, definitely getting it. Definitely.
Great week at Marvel. Moving on to everybody else. Dynamite's actually got a couple of new books, mostly out of their, cheesecake stuff, Red Sonja. She's literally naked on the cover, except it's like an Instagram. It's like an Instagram picture. They just blurred her nips out. This is fine. That's okay. I don't know who Luke Lieberman is. Walter Giovanni, I've heard the name before, but I don't know who that person is. Arthur Saddam, what happened to you, sir? What happened? This cover, look at her head. It looks like it was just attached on.
It's very fuzzy.
Yeah, it looks photoshopped. Yeah, not good.
There's a lot better covers for that. There's a lot of covers. It's Dynamite, so they push their cheesecake cover. But there's also a new Vampirella book coming out called Vampirella Dark Powers. So, there you go.
Thank you for the Dynamite update.
Yeah, the Dynamite update. 2 books. Boom Studios. Again, not much here.
Mighty Morphin. I'm definitely reading Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, there you go, Mighty Morphin. Let's take a peek at the preview, just because Jules got a chub over.
I love this book, man. I love what they've done with this book. It set a precedent for all of our favorite things from childhood to be revisited, re-explored in a comic book form. And if you didn't read Simon Furman's Robotech, you missed out as well.
When's Ryan Parrott going to get some Marvel or DC work?
I don't know. I think the same time, every time when I saw him at Valiant, I thought, oh man, he's destined to do like Champions or Spider-Man. He's got the perfect art for especially teenage characters.
No, I'm talking about the writer, Ryan Parrott.
Or Ryan Parrott. I don't know. I don't know. He has the writing chops. I mean, reading it, you're like, he should be writing Spider-Man. Because he humanized a bunch of characters that were super flat. They were the flattest characters.
You said Champions. He'd be perfect for Champions.
Perfect.
He would be.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's what I think. Every time I read Power Rangers, I'm like, this is what like New Warriors should have been a decade ago, and just wasn't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So there's the Mighty Morphin. Red Mother, the horror book, still going on.
Wow.
Still a fan fave. And Seven Secrets.
That's a good book too.
It's a cool book, man. That's a Tom Taylor, Daniel D. Nicola And yeah, it's cool, man. We get a preview of that. Pop that up.
Pop that up.
Let me go back to the first page. Oh, man, I love that art. Look at that. Oh, is that just a bloody river? Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool. So Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo, just coming off of their Suicide Squad run, they do have an unannounced book that has been confirmed for March. If it's not Revolutionaries, I'm gonna riot. It's gonna be a one-man riot, and that's fine, but it's gonna happen because I need a Revolutionaries book. Moving on.
I can see with that. I can see. I think they should.
Yeah. They definitely should. Here's Bite Size. I think this is Colin Bunn's new AWA book. Yeah, with Nelson Blake III. When two young siblings excitedly unwrap their final Christmas presents, they discover toy robots unlike anything they have ever seen, and with good reason. What the kids and their parents don't know is that their quaint suburban home just became the beachhead for these self-aware bots that have begun to explore the outside world. And when one of the bots breaks bad, it's going to take a Christmas miracle to stop him.
I swear I watched an old 80s horror movie with that exact premise.
It is. It's called Small Soldiers.
No, well, it is Small Soldiers, but that's a 90s movie. But I'm talking about an even shittier, cheesier movie than that.
That movie was pretty damn cheesy, man. Small Soldiers. It was pretty bad. But this is kind of interesting to me. So I don't know. The art looks okay. I have seen a preview for it. Cullen Bunn, he's either 100% hit or 100% miss.
I don't like Cullen Bunn, so I probably won't.
He's good with horror.
And he's really good with horror. I will agree with that. Cullen Bunn can write a horror book. He's not great with superheroes or really lengthy ongoings.
Agreed.
He is the meanderer when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. Here, there's another Conan book. It's not just at Marvel somehow. Ablaze is doing the Robert E. Howard, Robert Wright. That's a terrible cover. It's $10 though for Frost, the Frost Giant's daughter. Blank cover.
With a blank wraparound.
Look at all these
blank
covers we're doing. My goodness.
People gotta make money.
Gotta make that money. D Ward.
Gotta make that money.
Gotta make that money. What else we got? If you see something, say something. I didn't read Giga #1. I heard it was okay.
I didn't read it either.
It's all right. I'm a mecha guy, and it was just I'm on the fence about getting to, but the first one was I've read much better mecha books.
Grim Fairy Tales doing their annual cheesecake. That's hot right there. I mean, look at that. Super hot. All Santa Claus. Yeah. Just saying. That's what all Xenoscope does. That's all we can really say about it.
That is all they do. They're like Dynamite. Yep.
Yeah, them and Dynamite should just merge and just call it cake.
No.
The bakery.
I want my cheesecake. Sometimes you want just plain cheesecake. Sometimes you want, strawberry.
You want some variety?
Yeah, that's why it's a bakery. That's why you go to the bakery. That's why they should be called the bakery. Both of them together.
I mean, talk about cheesecake, Lady Death.
Oh my God. We're not even trying to make comic books anymore.
Yeah, not even trying. Although that cover, I mean, it's a beautiful woman on the cover. You can't go wrong.
That's what they say. That is what they say.
Lonely Receiver. This is getting all the buzz. This is the penultimate issue. I'm behind on it. I read issue 1. It was cool. It's sort of like this girl has a robot girlfriend.
Oh,
like
yes.
an AI
it's like,
girlfriend.
It's like Alex plus Ada. I did read the first 2 issues of
she
that.
dies. Like her robot girlfriend dies. And everyone's like, just go get another one.
Right.
And she was like in love with this AI. And it's the first issue was kind of weird, but kind of interesting. I should catch up on it. There's just
the first 2 issues are really good. I just haven't exactly. There's just been too much coming out.
Yeah. Pantomime. I've also heard good things about this, but I did not read the first issue. Oh no! This is the book about the deaf kids whose parents die, and they go to a school for the deaf, and then they join like a gang of deaf kids who go and kick ass.
The first issue was really fun.
Was it? I need to go back.
Awesome
I need to go back.
It is like it's like Deadly Class, but deaf.
But deaf.
So
no dialogue really.
No, it's
awesome.
awesome.
Dialogue, but it's all done through
sign language.
Language and things. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's a fun little twist on something you've read 100 times.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and check it out. I'll have to go.
I liked it. I liked it.
What else do we have? Robin Hood. That's more.
Point out more cheesecake, man. Why are you pointing out all the cheesecake?
Somebody got to look. We're gonna look for something. There ain't nothing else in the in the smaller press. There's nothing there.
I mean, this is like 2 weeks in a row where it's like nobody tried to do anything but Marvel, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. Other people have stuff this week as well.
Yeah.
But my God.
Well, DC gave up a long time ago.
Man, they have given up on 2020, guys. It has been hard to read.
I think that's all we got. We're down here to Year Zero.
Yeah.
Year Zero, Volume 2, Number 2. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's Ben Percy. Juan Jose Rip's doing the art.
Yeah.
I love Juan Jose Rip. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good read. It's a good read.
It's a zombie story that follows 5 different people.
It's better than Walking Dead. Unpopular opinion.
I don't know about that.
I can read it better. I can read it better. It doesn't feel like it's gonna meander. Word of the day.
Walking Dead, that's all it did.
That's all it did in the end.
Well, isn't that the point of The Walking Dead? Isn't that the point of it to just meander around, to be all going forever, even though he ended it?
You kill Glenn, but you never kill Rick's one hand having ass? No. No.
Jerk.
I stopped buying after issue 100. I really did. I gave up after that issue. I was done.
All right, that's all the books. I had to say crossover. Sword.
Definitely crossover and Sword.
Crossover.
Those are really the two big ones that I'm excited for.
Those are the
Strange Academy.
Strange Academy.
Those are the 3 that I'm actually excited for. Everything else, like I'll pick up Homesick Pilots just because it's an Image number 1.
Yeah.
And I'm really gonna try out that Mountainhead. I'm gonna see if I can get the back issues for that or something.
If you can't find them, just let me know.
I'll let you know.
Strange Academy, Venom 31. Now that King in Black,
I'm excited. Yeah,
has actually started. I'm wanting to see where the first issue of this arc goes. More so because I want to see how Donny Cates is going to distinguish between the Venom run and the King in Black event series. Usually, the way these events go, you're going to have to read at least one book to get the full gist of the event.
Oh, and Venom's definitely going to
be that.
Obviously, that book.
Obviously, yeah.
I want to see how much, how intertwined it is. If King in Black will be better if it's actually a standalone event. All events are. Civil War, you don't have to read anything.
No, you really don't. You really don't.
That's what I hold all events up to. That's the standard. So
the cool thing about Donny Cates' Venom run is he's given you so much, and there's still so much to be told about his version of Eddie and everything that's happened in Eddie's life. So this could be one of those books where there's lots of things that's happened that's led to this that he can re-explore while you could still be dropping tidbits key to the story, but not so necessary for the story. Donny Cates is a good writer. We'll see.
Anything else?
Of course, I'm going to read Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Yojimbo. I put all those books over. Yeah. But I'm definitely crossovers like the first thing I want to read.
Yeah, dude. I'm literally gonna go read that as soon as
salivating.
As soon as I'm done here. I gotta drive to the stupid post office. But
you wait.
Yeah,
wait.
As soon as I'm down for the night, man. Scotch in hand.
I'm excited for that book. It's a good book. It's one of those books that gets me excited to read comic books.
Exactly.
And everything at DC this week. Everything at DC this week just makes me hate reading comic books.
Dude.
DC's in a sad state.
I don't think I'm buying anything from DC this week, man. Nothing. After Batman Catwoman last week, I wanted to kick myself in the balls for picking that damn book up.
I didn't hate it. It definitely had some real strong pacing issues.
Man, there you just nailed it to the wall. It had so many pacing issues. It felt.
But I didn't hate the story that was being told.
What's the story? There's 3 different angles he's taken. I can't follow which one's which. The art is great. There were so many shots of Catwoman's ass. I
felt uncomfortable reading it.
It got to be offensive. Yeah, dude.
I felt uncomfortable.
What the hell is wrong with this guy?
It's coming from the guy who's looking at all the cheesecake covers.
It's different. There's difference between cover cheesecake, and then once you get into the book,
I understand.
And if that's your goal, cheesecake with Xenoscope, Lady Death, that's their goal is to sell you softcore porn. basically.
Yep. Basically.
That's not what Batman is supposed to be, and that's what Tom King's new shtick is. I'm done. I'm not buying any of his shit, dude. Never.
Dude.
I won't go to his movies. I'll stop. I will. I'm canceling Tom King.
It felt like a pitch. It did not feel like I was reading an issue 1. It felt like I was reading a pitch of a series that like may or may not happen. It was so, like you said, it had such strange pacing issues. I felt like it was an incomplete issue. It was so strange. Tom King has fallen so far from grace, from where he started to now, man.
I don't know.
It's hard.
Taylor reviewed the last issue of Strange Adventures, and he kind of convinced me to go back and pick that up. I did not like issue number 1 of Strange Adventures.
I don't know. I still dropped it. I dropped it after 6. So
wow, that's exactly where I dropped it. I dropped it after 6.
Wow, I might not then.
You know what?
Taylor likes weird shit sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
you know,
cool, I do too. I like.
Yeah, I thought it was going to become his next Omega Man, and it just never got there.
Miracle Man,
never
I would have been out Miracle Man, Mr. Miracle. I'd have been cool with that. I love Mr. Miracle. It was a great book. But it dealt with like fatherhood and dealing with your legacy and how your legacy has to become your child's legacy.
Strange Adventures is still dealing with deep stuff. It's dealing with, war and war narrative and war crimes and all that kind of stuff. And
I liked Heroes in Crisis, and a lot of people hated it.
I didn't mind Heroes in Crisis either.
Except that it's shit on Wally.
Even though it's shat all over Wally.
Wally's good at getting shat on, man. They've been doing it for decades.
Yeah, Heroes in Crisis was literally something they also did in the 90s with Identity Crisis, if you remember.
Well, kind of, but...
Yeah, it was almost the exact same event.
It
wasn't this poignant, but Ron Mars...
Those 9-page spreads in Heroes in Crisis where it's the interviewing.
Oh, I love that. That's some...
Dude, when Batgirl stands up and shows her scars, there's so many like that. So many...
There's good stuff there. Yeah. I was bringing up the fact that I'll give Ron Mars credit in that, like I was a Kyle guy.
Yeah.
Ron Mars in Identity Crisis with Green Lantern talking about when Hal Jordan snaps and how he was the only Green Lantern and they were all dead and how he was stuck in space for months at a time and he was going nuts. That's what I was like, oh, this is just like that, which was the only tie-in to Identity Crisis that's relevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, DC hasn't done anything worthwhile in a while.
Yeah, me neither. All right, let's wrap this bad boy.
Let's do this.
Because we're going to be back tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now. Top 5. Let's do the commercial.
Do it.
Ooh, a commercial.
It's just the intro. I think this is the comic one. Ooh, in stereo. Yeah. All right, so that'll be tomorrow night at 7. Set your reminders. Look on the feed that you're on. It's in there. We're going to be hanging out with the comic book bullies. Adam can't make it, unfortunately. We're going to be hanging out with the bullies, kicking it, talking about our top 5 graphic novels / trade paperbacks. I hate my list. I fucking hate it. I do. I hate my list. It was so very hard to make my list. I actually looked over my list last night before we did the show.
You need to stop looking at it.
I do. I really
do not look at it again until the actual show starts.
And I had to take one off because upon further search,
which one did you lose?
Akira.
Oh,
Akira's not just.
It's a manga.
It's a manga.
It's like 8 volumes.
It is like 8 volumes.
The first volume is amazing.
Like Scott Pilgrim. You can't put Scott Pilgrim on it.
You can't put. But you could do it in run. You could do it in a run.
I could put Scott Pilgrim on my list.
That first book is really good. That first book's the best one, honestly.
Yeah. But I hate my list, so. But we are going to talk about it. I'm sure Jules will have some good ones. I know Taylor's going to have some good ones. We're going to shit all over him because, like, what the hell is that? We never heard of that. What the fuck is a mouse?
Oh, dude. I know. I thought about that. I was like, oh, man, there's so many books on here that people would be like, is this even a book, Jules?
Yeah, right? You're making that shit up.
I know.
But I know Leroy. My guess is Eli has a Punisher run on there, a Punisher on there, and my other guess is that Leroy picks some dumb first volume Avengers arc that he
does love that old Avengers.
I hate it.
Oh man. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably the only person without Watchmen on his list. It did not.
You can't even show up. If you don't have Watchmen on your list, you're not allowed on.
I've told you the Alan Moore book that made my list is just for me personally.
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it for readers who don't know. Alan Moore wrote other books.
I have a top
Watchmen.
five. A top five that I could actually use for that show. All Alan Moore.
Did you really? Did you go all Alan Moore?
With an honorable mention. That's also
with an honorable mention.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
It's so weird, dude. And there's no Batman or Superman on there. His Batman and Superman isn't on there.
Yeah,
well, it's Superman.
It's not a Batman or a Superman Alan Moore book.
I do have a Batman book on my list, and that's the last hint I'm giving, the last tease. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. You're listening to this on either Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope. Go over to those other two platforms that you're not on right now. Search out Outright Geekery. Follow us over there. We'd really appreciate it. We got a lot of other shows, the aforementioned Comic Book Bullies. We do a Sunday night show here. We're doing Geekterion Collection coming up for Gremlins. We're doing that next week.
Yeah.
So I've got to watch Gremlins again. I got to rewatch Gremlins.
Me too.
Oh,
I have it on DVD. Good. I got to plug in my DVD player.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I got to dig it out of storage.
Out of storage.
Like a freaking caveman. But yeah,
sure
tune in for that. Stay tuned for those. It's going to be so much damn fun. I cannot wait. We have a bunch of other shows. The Comic Book Bullies, they're going to be here tomorrow night. Very excited to hang out with them. We've also got OK Boomer, where they're reviewing old school comics. We've got Creators Outlet, where Big Willie is just chatting with comic book creators. Very cool show. We had David P. Post on last week. Great guy. William's also doing the 5-minute reviews and unboxing videos. He's all over the place. So continue to check that out. We're also talking about adding some shit in 2021. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to talk about it. We'll see what. We'll have to talk about it. So yeah, share the show out. Hang out with us all the time. We're always here. Hang out on Patreon. We got a Patreon. We need to start adding some content over there. But patreon.com/outright geekery. Find us over there. And that's it. Less than 24 hours. I'm very excited to actually get top 5 started so that I cannot worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's stressing you out.
It's stressing me out.
It is.
It really is.
It's been a labor of love to get this particular top 5.
It really has been. That's why Adam's not showing up. He's like, I don't even want to do it anymore.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm done with it.
I got favorite comics. Screw you.
Yeah. I do think we should push just doing top 5 runs next. That's so much easier.
Either that or maybe we'll do a screen thing. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We could do top 5 worst comic book movies this time. Worst.
That's a lot easier.
That's a lot. That's the easiest list.
So
Ghost Rider.
I'll have two lists in a row with Watchmen number 1.
Yep.
Best and worst. Awesome. We're gonna do this again next time. Oh my god, you get warmed up.
Yeah, I do. I gotta get warmed up. Same geek time, same geek channel.
Nice.
Surprised you didn't cut him off that time.
I couldn't do it. He was so hyped.
I wait for it. I wait for it every time.